What's going on, guys? Gomer's here. So, MLB The Show has been out for about a day. Well, the tech test, the beta. Okay, you got me. Not the full release. But now that we've had our hands on it, now we've got to feel it up. We've got to see some secrets uncovered, some new features, those of which regarding gameplay. Diamond Dynasty, the new co-op mode. We've got about 10 plus things to talk about. We've learned a lot from this tech test so far, and it is really big stuff. I'm very happy. I've been enjoying the tech test, you know. When I'm not being frozen in a game, me and a couple buddies were playing last night, frozen. In a hell match, of course. But Switch gameplay is coming later today. Make sure to stay tuned for that. Leave a like if you guys are enjoying the video. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel as well. And let's go ahead and get going with number one. No particular order, just number one, the first thing I typed. So let's start off with the PCI Anchor, a brand new feature for gameplay, which is going to do exactly what the hell I just said. Anchor your PCI in a specific spot in the strike zone. I like it. I think it's more so a feature for somebody who's having issues getting up to that 99 outlier sinker up and in. Those kind of people. Newer to the game or just might struggle on a specific aspect. You're locking your PCI middle in, middle away, low and away, and it's going to stay there. So if you move your PCI, it's going to go right back to that spot which you anchored it. Previously in MLB The Show, it was always the middle of the strike zone. And again, personally, I tried it to appease chat when I was streaming. I do stream again, by the way, at GomesDaLegend or twitch.tv/GomesDaLegend. Follow me there. But I didn't really see a purpose. I don't see myself using it with the game releases. I was playing co-op yesterday. I didn't use it at all. Sometimes it doesn't lock. It takes a few presses of the L3 button to actually get it to anchor. So hopefully that's a bit streamlined. Hopefully it's fixed come official release. But anchoring your PCI, you guys are going to have to let me know in the comments section. Are you a fan of this? Have you been using it throughout the tech test at all? I think it's cool. It's a nice addition for people who have been struggling with certain pitches like up and in sinkers like I mentioned. But otherwise, I don't see it being too big, too groundbreaking of a new feature. There's an interesting one here. We thought it was momentum, akin to the loot box simulator that EA peddles out each year. Madden Ultimate Team. Or ultimate waste of time. It is not momentum, it is rather win expectancy. So that's why we had questions, why is the bar going up when it should be going down because that team's losing. Win expectancy, it doesn't do anything gameplay wise. It's just another presentation option, and it's pretty cool. Think about, it'll say you have 1% chance of winning. When I was playing with Day and Ray last night on stream, I think we had a 1% chance of winning, and we ended up, well, getting froze, like I mentioned, so that was a bit unfortunate, but just imagine the YouTube titles. They said I had a 1% chance of winning, and then I did this. Pretty cool. So again, it doesn't really do anything outside of giving you something to look at, but it is a nice presentation option. You know, it's something that they showcase often within real sports, so it's nice to have it within MLB The Show as well. You're new to the game and you tried playing on the unrelenting rookie difficulty and you said, nope, this is too hard. They came in clutch. They have amateur and minors difficulty for you now, and I'll be honest, I don't really notice any difference. I will say beginner difficulty. I don't regularly play on there. I'm not a Road to the Show player. But I went on there to get a thumbnail, so I had to get a big home run animation, right? And beginner slowed down more than it was in MLB 21. I went back and tested to confirm. So amateur and minors are both sandwiched between beginner and rookie difficulty. So I've played on both. I don't see a discernible difference between either amateur or minors. I'm not sure why they added those. I guess just more options, but they seemed no difference between the two. So if you were having trouble picking up the game, or if you're completely new to baseball, it will be helpful. But yeah, 2 new gameplay difficulties. This one's pretty interesting. A ton of new batting stances, a lot more than usual. It seemed like they almost changed like half of the players, because guys like Mike Trout, Fernando Tatis Jr., Giancarlo Stanton, his swing is always terrible in MLB The Show, but it's quite good now. hit a nuke with him the other day. It wasn't even to the short porch either. It actually counted. And then Joey Votto had his swing changed. Cody Bellinger, a lot of new stances. So I'm very excited. You have your typical guys that you really like their swing with in Diamond Dynasty. I love Acuna's swing. Obviously, I haven't really had a chance to try him out this year yet, but I highly recommend go on custom practice, go into batting, and test out some of these swings. You are going to notice some differences, and it might seem negligible. Gomer, this isn't a new feature. Why are you bringing it up? Yes, the fuck it is. Why else would I be talking about it? It is absolutely a new feature. Ask any comp MLB player. A swing that you're comfortable with is a very important metric, almost as important as, their bunting or, okay, that's a joke. Not a very good one. It matters, okay? Their swing does make a difference. You guys know you have those certain players that you just gel with. Their swing is butter for you. Cedric Mullins is one for me, for example. So, ton of new batting stances. That's going to be a lot of fun to try out within Diamond Dynasty this upcoming season. We talked about win expectancy. Let's get some more visual erotica for our eyeballs here. New presentation options. It looks nice. I do like the presentation, the loading into the game, as you'll see right here. I don't notice a ton other than that, I'll be honest. You know, like the cuts, the pans, the zooms, replays, all look pretty identical. Again, the way I say it is, if I were to watch a stream and if I didn't see that person's watermark plastered, I didn't see tech test there, a lot of it I would say, oh, they're playing MLB The Show 21. Hell yeah. No, it looks very similar, but that is a new loading option, presentation, getting into a game, and maybe they're just not showcasing as much, which we'll talk about with the commentary in a little bit. So I think there's going to be more presentation options. There is a feature premiere scheduled talking about presentation specifically, so keep that in mind, but I like what we've seen so far. I can't even tell you the last time I've noticed a change, so anything is something. For Christ's sakes, could they take that word to heart for franchise? This one, you guys notified me of opponent PCIs are not displaying right now, and we don't know exactly why. It could be a tech test situation, or it could be a choice over there at SDS by the devs to not showcase your opponent's PCI. Now, am I a fan of this? No. I get the merit where some things are better left uncovered. Maybe I wouldn't want to see my opponent have a complete bullshit home run because it would just piss me off. And I would just be like, oh yeah, they probably pieced it up a decent amount. It's probably deserved, as we like to say. But I do think it is not good to just cover that up. Because it seems, again, it could just be a tech test thing. It absolutely could be. But it is not showing how the game works then. I would rather know, personally. Even if it is complete garbage, it should not have happened. I still want to see my opponent's PCI, just so I have a general idea of why I should be upset. And also, with co-op, you cannot see your friend's PCI after the swing. You can see it while they're hitting. It's a bit laggy, albeit, but you cannot see the outcome for yourself or them, I don't believe. I know for your teammates you can't, so that I think is going to remain the same. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about that, not being able to see your opponent's PCI. Perfect throws were introduced, I think, in MLB 20, maybe it was last year. Either way, it was a good addition, and they one-upped it. Now you can have perfect throws to second base, to third base when a runner is coming in, which is good. Again, it adds a skill gap. Because right now, all you can do, or prior to in MLB The Show 21 and before, you just make sure that you have a decent outfielder with a good arm and good arm accuracy. Accuracy optional, it doesn't really matter. Now that attribute is going to matter, which is good. The perfect throw, it's not impossible to get, but it is not as easy. You have to be paying attention, because otherwise, as well as I do, you know how to time up a green throw. It is very easy, a perfect throw. There is a metric of skill to get that split second tag in in gun out a runner. So I think this is a really good feature that they went ahead and added, again, to the gameplay. And again, a lot of this is entitled to gameplay. We didn't learn too much about Diamond Dynasty yet. Some of this is going to carry over, like the batting stances. And of course, there is gameplay in Diamond Dynasty, so it is still relevant, damn it. But speaking of gameplay, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. Or rather, the 720p, moving at 15 frames per second elephant in your hands. The Switch gameplay. Like I said, I'm going to have my own Switch gameplay out a bit later today, but I'm going to show you a few clips from Ochev, from Ray Cheesy, from a couple people across the community. Just what we're looking here, what we're seeing with the Switch gameplay. It is not good, to the point where I can see there being controversy. This game's being released for $60. It does not look like a $60 game. I think Ray Cheesy, while we were in party last night, was saying... someone said it looks like a mobile game, which is not exactly what you want to hear with a brand new AAA title being ported to the Switch. As I've mentioned, the Nintendo Switch is about as powerful as an Amazon Kindle tablet. You'll probably be able to play games at a higher FPS on your smart fridge. It's tough. That's just the hardware capabilities of the Switch. And to be honest, I don't even know if it's going to be okay for offline grinding. It is just not good. Like I said, I'll get my own thoughts with gameplay. I'm just talking about what I've seen to this point. But yeah, it is not so great. Commentary, I did want to touch on that really quick. If you've noticed, there's no commentary in the tech test at all right now. Assumedly, if that's a word, I think it's because the commentary team is different. I think Matty V got the boot, which is a tough thing to hear, because he's been commentating MLB The Show as long as I remember, since I started in 08-09, and it looks like maybe he's not going to be there anymore. So we do have a whole feature premiere again scheduled for commentary in specific, but yeah, those are a ton of new features that we learned throughout the tech test and beta thus far. Could there be more secrets? I don't know. I like to think that we have a community dedicated to finding this sort of shit, so we're probably going to find out a few more things before the end on the 23rd. So leave a like if you guys enjoy. As always, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Really appreciate all the love and support so far with all the influx of MLB 22 news. And yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of the day. There goes out. Yeet.